Thank you for tuning in to Abundant Moments. I want to ask you, do you have a teachable spirit? There's a story in the book of Ruth, and I encourage you sometime real soon, read the book of Ruth. It's only 4 chapters, and it's a beautiful story, and you've probably read it, but it's about a lady, of course, named Ruth, and how she takes care of her mother-in-law after her husband has passed, and it's just a wonderful story. And in this story, Ruth is the one that's doing the work. She's the one that is taking care of her mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law gives her words of advice. And Ruth heeds those words of advice. And because she does, then their whole life turns around and changes, and she ends up marrying this wonderful man, and he takes care of her and her mother-in-law, and things in their life are just great. It couldn't get any better. But it was because Ruth had a teachable spirit, and she listened to the words of someone who was older than her, someone who she was taking care of. You know, sometimes we get to that place in our life that we think we know it all. Sometimes we get to that place in our life that we think, nobody should tell me this because I've been doing this for all these years, or whatever the case might be. But we need to learn to have a teachable spirit. Because when we have a teachable spirit, then God can show us new things. God can teach us things that we didn't know about. He can show us new and improved ways of doing things. And our life is so much more blessed and fulfilled, but we have to learn to have that teachable spirit. So I encourage you today, if you don't have a teachable spirit, then make sure that you do. Don't get to that place that you think, okay, I know everything. Nobody can teach me anything. I'm the one that should be teaching everyone, because we can all learn. I want to learn every day of my life. I want to learn every year of my life something new. And I encourage you to just do a little soul searching and see if you're like Ruth, if you have a teachable spirit. Because if you do, God can bless you in greater ways than you could ever imagine. Thank you for tuning in to Abundant Moments.